Hi. Today I want to take the opportunity to talk to all of you about a movie that you probably have not heard of. Is Purest White. Now don't get me wrong, I hadn't heard about this movie until just last week when I saw it listed at my local landmark cinema. I thought the poster looked pretty cool for the movie, and I also thought that the name, Is Purest White, was very ambiguous and thought-provoking. Needless to say, I saw the movie, and it's honestly been stuck in my head ever since I left the theater. So I'm just gonna kind of ease you guys into this a little bit, work you into it like a piece of fucking dough, like a dough ball. Now, one of the reasons why I was kind of drawn to this film and interested in it is because it's a Chinese film, and honestly, I'm not super well versed in Chinese cinema, I've come to realize. I watch a lot more Japanese and Korean films. Honestly, thinking back, the only, flat-out Chinese movie that I can ever recall watching is, Kung Fu Hustle. Now this movie starts out as a love story that's just set against this crime underworld backdrop. The main characters are essentially gangsters. But as the film progresses through the years, we get to see our characters age, and we get to see the world age and shift around them. So it's not like a full-on gangster romantic drama. That's just kind of how they set this film up. Now the story is told from the perspective of the woman in the film, played by, and I hope I pronounce this correctly, Tao Zhao. It appears that the director of this film and writer of this film has worked with this actress many times before, and I can definitely see why he would choose to do so. She's fucking badass in this movie. You can tell that this actress is really owning this character that was written for her with the utmost confidence. She's so charismatic, so confident on screen. She just knows exactly how to make this character feel like a real person. And above all, her character is smart. She's not fucking stupid. She actually makes very conscious decisions. She's very meticulous about what she chooses to say to different characters in the movie, and that was just so great to see. She was likable, and she wasn't a doormat. Just a very believable and well-written character that's portrayed by an actress who is clearly more than qualified for the role. The film also has some very wonderful and subtle cinematography. The lighting, the colors, and the framing are all just excellent. It's just a very grounded and realistic looking film. Some scenes are shot with these giant sweeping landscapes in the background. It's truly like what kind of treat do I like? It's like a perfect raspberry pie with a cup of coffee on the edge. It's just that delicious. This movie also uses the technique of having a lot of long takes to capture the most realistic performances that they can get from the actors. I swear to God, there's a 6-minute scene in the middle of this movie that's captured entirely without cutting, and it's this really important conversation, and it was so riveting and just raw. That's what I really like about this director. This is the only film of his I have seen, but just from seeing this, I can tell that he puts a lot of faith in his actors to perform well with the scripts that he has given them, and that's what I like. He just lets them fucking run with it. And because the director decided to use such long takes when filming these really emotional scenes, we get to see every subtlety and nuance that the actors bring to their performances, because the camera never cuts away from them. It feels like we're watching real people a lot of the time, and that's excellent. And when there is any action or violence in this movie, there really isn't much, but when there is, you can really feel the impact of those scenes. And of course, they're also done in one continuous shot. Now, I have just a few minor complaints with the film. Sometimes the score gets a little bit, and I mean this literally, a little spacey. I thought that some of the music choices kind of shifted the tone and mood of the movie a little more than it had to. Also, I'd say that the transition from the second to the third act wasn't as smooth as it was from the first to the second act. Passage of time felt really natural and realistic, but from 2 to 3, it was a bit more jarring. Maybe that was intentional, but I just felt like they should have had a smoother transition. But in conclusion, this film is pretty wonderful. I really enjoyed watching it. It's a film about a romance, but it's not a romantic film. if that makes sense. It's more just about a relationship between two people and how much that can fluctuate over big life events, over time and turmoil. And like I've already mentioned, this film is led by an excellent leading woman and handled by a very talented writer and director. I'm definitely very excited to check out more films that this director has made with this actress because they seem like a great pairing from what I saw in this movie. And Is Purest White comes highly recommended from me. If you have a chance to see it, check it out. If it's still in theaters around you, I'm sure it'll be on demand or on iTunes or something soon. I don't really know. I don't pay attention to that digital crap. But I'll probably be picking this one up on Blu-ray once it comes out here in the States. So that's my review. If you've seen it, leave a comment below. If you haven't seen it, also feel free to leave a comment below. Please subscribe. I'll have more content like this soon, and I will talk to you all later.